Put me in, coach. Today we're talking about Luka Doncic, right? Because after he hit that jump shot, my jaw dropped. I had to say, you know what? I got to get this man his credit because he's balling. But I knew that because, again, I'm the one who said he's putting up MVP type stats. But my question is, where does he rank? Is he top 10 in the NBA? Well, before we get into that, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I drop the next video. Also, share this video because we're talking basketball here. Now, one thing that I was highly disappointed in, but once again, this makes another point that is very vital to any basketball player, right? So first, Luka Doncic comes out and says he does not like the play-in tournament. Well, if it weren't for the playoff tournament, which his owner actually voted in favor of, right? He did. Mark Cuban voted in favor for the play-in tournament. His team would have needed the play-in tournament to get in the playoffs because the Mavericks started this year off terrible. And guess who was leading the way with turnovers, missed field goals? It was Luka Doncic, right? It's Luka. His shooting percentage sucked. His turnovers are very high. And, you know, it is his third season in the league. So I'm not going to be too harsh on him. But people do need to understand where he ranks in the NBA. Now, when your owner first votes for the play-in tournament, but then he comes and backs up his star player, I would say that makes sense, right? You backing up your star player because you believe in this guy. You believe in this guy and you're willing to bet everything you have on this guy. So the fact that he backed him up, that did not surprise me one bit, but it did make me side-eye both of them because they almost needed that tournament to get in the playoffs. Now, with that also being said, Luka's putting up MVP type numbers. Why don't he just shoot better or pass the ball a little bit more, especially when guys are hot and knocking down shots? That's not the time to start shooting the ball again because you always have the ball. Now, with that being said, where does he rank? Well, we can make this real easy so that this is a short video. He's top 20, not top 10. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll give you some names, right? Because we can get the first 5 names out the way because we know for a fact he's not top 5, okay? So we have LeBron, KD, AD, Giannis, and Kawhi, right? Should be no arguments there. Now, the next 5, right? James Harden, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Russell Westbrook, Paul George. Once again, should be no argument at all because PG, Paul George, Pandemic P, Playoff P, whatever he's calling himself these days, is a way better defender and shooter and ball handler than Luka Doncic, okay? We're now talking about the best of the best in the NBA, not just comparing him to Zion Williamson anymore, which again, that is a debatable conversation. So, that's the first 2 tiers, or the top 10. Now, right after them, we got Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, Joker, and Donovan Mitchell. People need to put some respect on Donovan Mitchell's name. Not just the fact that the Utah Jazz are the #1 team in the West, but the fact that they're the #1 team in the West and they've been there all year. Come on, man, that's saying something. Because who thought the Utah Jazz was going to be the #1 team in the Western Conference or the NBA? I certainly didn't. Now, with that being said, right, this is the tier where Luka Doncic actually shows up, right? Because now we're talking about Jason Tatum, Devin Booker. This is where Luka Doncic is. Somewhere between like 17, 18, like that's a pretty good ranking for Luka Doncic. Now, if you disagree, let me know, cause I wanna know. I wanna know what the people out there think, because when I see Luka Doncic play, I see him making a lot of like opportunistic assists, meaning he's passing the ball because he's pretty much out of space, right? Or he has to pass the ball because this guy is just wide open. And it would be silly to keep shooting the ball knowing that you're continuously missing throughout the game, right? I mean, somebody got to make some shots. I mean, they got some damn good players on their team. You know, from Kristaps Porzingis, Josh Richardson, who's a two-way player, a D&3 guy. They got Brunson, who I've seen get hot a few times, and then I've seen Luka literally stop passing him the ball just so he can start shooting the ball again. I'm like, well, he probably could actually average a triple-double if he didn't shoot so much. Kind of the same problem Kyrie has, except Kyrie isn't averaging a triple-double. But I don't think anybody out there would really argue the fact that Kyrie is better than Luka. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna really want to debate that, but you know, if they do, we can do that. So with that being said, Luka is in the top 20, not the top 10, not the top 10. Thank you for tuning in to this show. Happy Friday out there to y'all. Peace.